US Navy tests $300 million weapon that could change war forever. What if the most powerful weapon of the 21st century didn't rely on explosives? Imagine a gun so fast, so precise, that it didn't need a warhead. Just a block of metal, accelerated to speeds no human could see. Faster than a bullet, louder than thunder, and vanishing into thin air. The US Navy spent over $500 million building it, and then they quietly shut it down. Why? And what terrifying alternative has now taken its place? The birth of a weapon that defied physics. In the early 2000s, the Pentagon wanted more than missiles. It wanted speed, raw, unfiltered speed, not from gunpowder or explosions, but from electricity. Enter the railgun. Forget everything you know about cannons. This wasn't a barrel packed with explosives. It was a metal tube with 2 rails, a magnetic pulse, and a 7-pound steel slug. That slug would be hurled at over 8,000 feet per second, 5 times faster than a rifle bullet, with nothing but electromagnetic force. There was no warhead, no explosive charge, just speed, and the math was terrifying. At that velocity, the steel slug struck with the kinetic force of an artillery shell. Enemy warships obliterated, aircraft torn from the sky, coastal defenses gone before anyone knew what hit them. And here's the twist. The weapon worked. It wasn't just a drawing board fantasy. The Navy built it, they fired it, and they proved it could rewrite naval warfare. A beautiful monster with a hidden flaw. But beautiful monsters often come with hidden costs. The railgun was revolutionary, and it was unstable. Each shot required enough power to light an entire city block. The rails, the very heart of the weapon, wore out fast, degraded by heat and friction every time it fired. Engineers were in a constant battle against physics. The system needed maintenance after nearly every test, and the materials simply couldn't keep up. Then came the cost. With over $500 million already spent and no reliable deployment timeline, reality finally set in. In 2021, without fanfare or explanation, the US Navy pulled the plug. The railgun, once hailed as the future, disappeared from view. The rise of silent destruction. But while one superweapon faded, another was quietly being born. On May 16, 2020, the USS Portland glided through the Pacific, carrying something no ship had ever deployed in real battle before: a laser. A drone appeared overhead, unaware it was being watched. The ship's radar locked on. The laser turret swiveled, tracking the target. And then, in absolute silence, it fired. No boom, no recoil, no trail. Just a beam of invisible energy slicing through the sky at the speed of light. The drone didn't explode. It simply died. Its electronics fried. Its systems failed. And it dropped from the sky like a toy unplugged from its charger. The message was clear. A new age of warfare had begun. Lasers versus missiles. The new math of war. A single laser shot costs about $1 US. Compare that to the average cost of a traditional missile. $1 to $2 million. And that's not all. These laser systems don't require reloading. They don't run out of ammunition. As long as the ship has power, they keep firing. They can track multiple targets and switch between them in milliseconds. Drones, missiles, speedboats, gone in the blink of an eye. And there's no warning. No explosive trail. No radar ping. Just instant, invisible destruction. Beyond destruction, the power to disable, not kill. But lasers aren't just about destruction. They offer something war rarely does: control. Instead of sinking enemy ships, they can fry engines, blind sensors, and stop navigation systems. They can force rogue vessels to drift helplessly without ever firing a missile. Pirates? Neutralized. Drone swarms? Erased mid-air, all without taking a single life. This isn't just power. It's precision, and it's rewriting the rules of engagement. The new global arms race has begun. Other nations are watching. Russia, China, Iran. They've seen what the USS Portland did. They've read the reports, and they know one thing: they're behind. For decades, sea power was measured in tonnage, missiles, and armor. Now, it's about energy, light speed targeting, and electrical efficiency. Countries without laser defense are already obsolete. They just don't know it yet. The future of war, a hybrid arsenal. But don't think the Navy is going all in on light alone. Missiles like the Tomahawk still form the backbone of US strike power. These sleek, subsonic beasts can travel 1,000 miles and strike targets deep inland, using terrain-hugging guidance to avoid detection. Submarines still roam the oceans armed with Mark 54 torpedoes, over 1,000 pounds of Torpex, 50% more powerful than TNT. When these hit, there's no second chance. The Navy's power now spans 3 dimensions: the surface, the skies, and the silent deep. The $300 million Railgun was never a failure. It was a gateway. So was the Railgun a failure? Not at all. It was proof that the US military was willing to chase the edge of science, to build something never seen before, and to push so far forward that even failure became progress. Now, lasers are deployed, AI is being tested, and the lessons learned from that $300 million weapon are everywhere in today's fleet. This isn't science fiction anymore. The battlefield has changed, and those who don't change with it will vanish just as fast as that 7-pound steel slug.